What is going on, guys? It is Ethan, also known as Ethan the Connect, and we are back with another episode of Triangle Talk. Triangle Talk is a podcast about entrepreneurship, just becoming a better version of yourself, and we are here again with
Cory Infinite, aka Infinite Pieces.
And Seth McGrew, and today we are talking about, should billionaires exist? Does somebody really deserve that massive amount of money? First, I want to make one thing clear. There are billionaires that exist, but there's a lot of talk about people's net worth, like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and they're like, oh, they're worth $131 billion. That's Jeff Bezos. I looked it up before this. I didn't want to give out misinformation. Jeff Bezos is $131 billion, and Elon Musk is $22.3 billion, which is...
I could have sworn it's way more than that.
Just looked it up. Okay, that's current.
22.3. I could have sworn Elon's was like 100 billion or some shit like that.
I just looked it up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just looked it up.
I could have sworn it's more, bro. Like, I'm gonna
The
check
stock
after.
dropped, though.
Oh, okay.
So think about that.
Yeah, he just lost a shit ton of money.
Yeah, no, and that's how it is. So, like,
That is weird.
the net worth of somebody talks about, like, all their liquid assets basically turned into cash. And so...
Minus their liabilities.
Yeah, minus their liabilities. So is Jeff Bezos really worth $131 billion? Yes, but does he have that cash and money in the bank account? No.
His company is worth that much.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
And that's if he were to sell all of his stock in the company.
Right.
Then he'd have that money.
His stock
Gotcha.
like wouldn't even be worth that much as he continued to sell it. The stock price would go
and
down.
people would drop it.
Yeah.
Right. So
So, like, he's worth
he
that
wouldn't
as
even
of
be
now.
worth that much money if he began to sell it in the first
Yeah.
place.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that. That's good to know. It's weird.
Yeah. So it's like when people say, oh, they're $131 billion, that's how much Jeff Bezos is worth. It kind of is, but in actuality, that's not what he's got in the bank.
It's just like in the moment right now.
Yeah, it's like in the moment,
And then-
precisely right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
got you.
That's one good thing. But personally, do you guys think that billionaires should exist and people should have that much money?
Bro, they solved the problem that needed to be solved. So yes, I mean, like, they changed the world. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, like, are both very important people. I mean, if you just think about what they did, like Jeff Bezos has made our lives so much more easier with packages coming to your door in general, and just his whole company.
Dude,
I swear, like, they just solved really important problems, and like that's all they did.
Amazon's gonna take over. Did you guys see Amazon Pharmacy?
Oh, that's scary.
Damn.
Not terrified.
That is weird.
Like I feel like Amazon is slowly going to take over. Sooner or later, I swear, there's going to be a
Low-key.
law passed about like
How big your
They're all-
business can be.
Yeah,
or
because in
something.
all honesty, I don't think
And
that they should
they're
control
about to have
the
just a
market that much.
monopoly of everything.
Amazon is cracked, and they're always trying to improve in different areas,
Yes,
like
yeah.
getting packages to houses quicker than like
Drones and
drone
shit.
shipping. Like they're
Exactly.
always
I
on that
completely forgot
next
about
futuristic
drones,
kind of.
I mean, they're
Dang.
creating so many jobs within the United States. Like, good
Yeah.
stuff, in all honesty.
For
But,
real.
man, they're about to take over.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Start
but, like,
investing in Amazon.
Yeah.
Yes. Corey, do you think billionaires should exist?
I do, because I feel like if you have that much money, you either earned it somehow or you just inherited it, and I don't
Someone
have
in
a
your
problem.
family earned it, you know?
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with, like, you know, it's like the birth lottery or whatever. Like, if you inherit
Yes.
that much money, I'm not gonna be mad at you for being born that person. Like, you can't look, you know, you can't be mad at someone for,
That's true.
you know what I
Very
mean?
true.
Question.
Yeah, so, like, what if... Let's do a hypothetical.
Okay.
What if one day my neighbor that I was really nice to, or like this guy, Carl, that I go to the gym, like, I don't go to the gym with him.
Right, some random fuck.
Carl's at the
Yeah.
gym, right? This is a real guy. Carl's at the gym every morning with me and Brendan. We befriended him. Super sweet old guy. What if Carl were to pass away? He doesn't want to give his money to his grandkids because they're freaking...
Spoiled little shit.
Yeah, they're spoiled little shits. So
Yeah.
he's like, Seth's been a really nice guy. I'm going to give all my money to him. He's got 1.3 mil. So out of nowhere, I have 1.3 million. Would you guys be upset about that? Because I didn't work for
You can't
that.
control it.
No, yeah.
You can't control it, but I mean...
I would, nah, like
Like, it's just luck at that
Would you
point.
want me to give you some?
No, I would never ask someone
No, I don't-
who, like, won the lottery or, like...
Nah.
Like, bro, like, I'd never ask someone for money like that.
Yeah, no.
It's interesting to think about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if you just got tossed $1 million in your hand? You're sitting there like, Whoa.
Yeah,
That'd be
that
sick.
would be.
That would be dope. But I mean, I don't have a
Life
problem
lesson?
with that.
Be nice to everybody. You don't know who's got money and who's going to give it to you.
Facts.
So you think that they should exist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the fence, in all honesty.
Really?
What's your stand?
I
on it?
feel as though people have worked their butts off to get where they are. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, they've all grinded to get to where they are. They've
Bro,
worked
like
hard
they've
to get that
dedicated
bread.
their lives to make the world a better place.
Exactly.
If you think about it like that.
They, in the simplest form, they have earned their bread. Okay?
Mhm.
So I don't want to discount that by any means. They've worked hard, they deserve what they've made. But I think to an extent, people with that amount of money should have a moral obligation to donate portions of it to give back to
I
the
agree.
world.
Yeah, no, I
to give back
I
to the
agree.
world that's helped build them to that
Yeah,
level.
I agree. I
I
definitely
agree.
agree.
Do you think that somebody needs billions of dollars? Like,
No.
I don't think we fathom how much a billion is, because a million seems like a lot. But
That's 1,000 millions, isn't that a billion?
dude, it's yes.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
lot.
I think
it's-
so. It's
That's a
so
lot.
much money.
Yeah.
That is a shit ton.
Yeah. Or is it 1,000 or is it 100,000 million?
I'm pretty sure it's
I
1,000
forget.
millions because like
I forget too. It's so much like we don't
Yeah,
understand.
it doesn't
Right.
even. It's just
We don't
massive.
know.
Right. Like I want to say it's 1,000 millions is a billion because
Yeah.
I've heard 999 million. I don't think it goes
Yeah.
past that.
No. It,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely doesn't. 999 million, then there's a billion.
Yeah.
But so
You're
think
right.
about this. A nice house costs like 50.6 billion. I haven't heard of a house like more than that. Like I've never.
Wait. You said 50.6 million?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never heard of.
I
Like,
Yeah, I thought you said
I thought you said
bill.
bill.
no. I've
Yeah.
never heard of a house that's like $100 million. I haven't.
That'd be pretty
Yeah, so like
extravagant home.
so $100 million is 1/10 of a billion, right?
Mhm.
You have 9/10 left of a billion,
After
and you already have your
house.
house.
Yeah.
What else do you need to exist? I mean, you need to run the house and stuff like that, but that's just 1 billion. So do people really need that amount of money?
150 billion.
I wouldn't
like
say
they
people
have.
Yeah.
necessarily need.
Yeah.
But like they earned it in
Yeah.
a way. They brought the most amount of value to the market.
Uh-huh.
And that's just how the world works. I mean, anybody has that opportunity to do it. Of course, there's privilege in the world. Like, shit, like you
Yeah.
don't control where you start out, but shit, like you do control where you end up. I would say
agree.
for
I like
sure.
that. Yeah.
I agree.
So like, shit, like even if you start at the bottom, you can still make it to the top. I feel
I agree.
Like.
And everyone, I mean, you look at Elon, you look at all these big people, they all started somewhere, you know?
Mhm.
Like, I saw a picture of, like, the very beginning of Amazon.
That's like the spray painted board of
yeah,
Amazon, right?
it's just like a little, like, desk.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
It's
everyone
crazy.
starts somewhere, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you guys think like a reasonable rich is? Like, what's a reasonable amount for rich?
I'd say if you're worth $1 million, you're rich.
I feel
Exactly.
I'd say if you're worth $1 million, you're a millionaire. Most people consider a millionaire rich. If
Yeah.
all your
I would
assets,
look at
your
it
house,
like-
car, everything you own is worth $1 million, I'd say
Yeah.
you're rich.
I feel like you're rich if you're rich in spirit.
That's, why did I know you were gonna say some corny shit like that?
It's not corny. You're just hating on it.
No,
I'm not hating on it. I'm not.
I feel
hating
like
on
that, I don't know.
The real rich is in your heart.
I feel like if you're
Yeah.
happy, then you're rich.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
You know what I mean?
One
Because
thing
like, there's a
I-
lot of millionaires out there that probably aren't
But
happy.
that are sad as shit and hate their lives.
Yeah.
because like that money comes with a cost, and that cost is time. But I want to make one point: is that I think having money makes it easier to be happy. Like you can do things that you want, have
yeah.
the free time. Like I
Of
think
course,
money
you don't
I do
have the
agree.
stress of like your next bill, your next
Yeah.
meal, supporting your family. You don't have
Yeah.
that stress. But then again, it's like, shit, like you still need to have a purpose in life.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
One teacher once said to me,
who.
he'll remain nameless. I don't want to bash on anybody. He had said to me, I think it was sophomore year, that people only need. He had read a study. They did a study somewhere that people need 70K. Like that's the optimum amount of happiness. Like for what you need for income to be the happiest version of yourself is 70K, and that's all you need. Because if
A
you
year,
start-
right?
A year.
Okay.
And because if you start earning more than that, you give up time, so that gives up a little happiness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you start earning less than that, then you become more worried, wanting more money.
Mm-hmm.
So he read like 70K is like all really anybody needed. Maybe he was trying to make himself feel better because he was on a teacher's salary. I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
It is an interesting, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing about, like, and he could have been lying about the study, but that's the study that he told me about. I thought it was interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Because it does make sense, though.
It
like,
does.
If you're willing to work harder to gain more than 70K a year, you're going to give up a little bit of free time. You're going to your work is going to be a little bit more stressful. Like, it's going to take up more mind space.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that a lot. Another thought. Do you guys want to become millionaires or billionaires? Is that a goal of yours?
Like not necessarily a goal per se. I mean, like, I want to provide for my family and make generational wealth, but it's not like, oh God, like, I'm not gonna have a party when I become a millionaire or something that. Like, it's not like it's on my list to check off.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, sure, it'd be dope, I'd say.
I get that.
I don't have any money goals, but I mean, I want to be able to wake up every morning and do what I want, which will require a certain amount of money, I feel like, you know? What?
Nothing. Spoken like a true artist.
But, yeah, I mean, that's going to obviously require time and money to do, like, things like that. Like, wake up every single day and decide, do I want to work or do I not? But I don't have a specific set goal on an amount or anything like that.
I dig that. I like it.
What about
Seth,
you?
yeah, you?
Personally, I want to be a millionaire.
That's good.
Money kind of drives a lot of what I do. I want to have money to have freedom.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do things. I want to take a trip to Hawaii. I want to be able to take a trip to Hawaii. Like right now, recently I've been wanting my motorcycle license and I want a motorcycle.
Really?
Huh.
Like, and I don't want to have the money to be able to do that. I want to take, like, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Like, MMA classes or like tactical training classes. Like, if somebody comes up to you on the street and like pushes you,
just know how to take someone down.
Yeah, like that'd be sick to know how to
do.
So like, I want to like take those classes. I want to be able to have the time and money to do that and not worry. Take a trip to Hawaii if I want to. Go
just whenever you want. Like, just decide,
Yeah,
this week I'm gonna go to Hawaii with my family. Just surprise them with tickets.
Exactly. Like, wouldn't that be so giving? Like, oh man, like you open up a business for your mom or something like that, or you bring your parents in on the business, or like.
That's a big goal of mine for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I was thinking about like your goal, and then I was like, man, how like it'd be awesome to be able to give back to my mom when she retired. Open up like a nursery, like sell plants. Like, on the money from it, she's the brains behind it.
That's cool.
Like, that'd be awesome to be able to do.
That would
bring joy to other people's life.
That would be.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do with my parents.
That'd be sick. Make them not worry about money whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd
like
say
it.
so.
But back to billionaires. Do you think that the government should take people's money if they get to a specific level of rich? If they have $131 billion in their net worth, should the government require them to give money to the world?
That's a tough question.
I mean, just think about how much money we're in debt in the United States. Think about all the sick people, all the people that are hungry, everybody across the world that's impoverished.
I think it comes down to just the person who has the money. It's up to them how they want to decide, like, how they want to spend it or give it to, like, certain charities or people. You know, it's not the government's. I don't believe it's the government's job to do that for them.
Right, like
power to the people.
Yeah.
Right, like they can't make a rule that's like once you become a billionaire, you have to give back a certain amount of money. I mean, like they
do taxes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you mean taxes.
Right. But
I think billionaires are smart enough to get around taxes.
Yeah.
Like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He talked about how not poor people, but like not
lower income people.
Lower income people whine and complain about taxes because either they're not knowledgeable enough to get out of taxes or find workarounds in the tax system, or they whine about it because they're unable to because they don't have enough money or they don't own a business. But then he was talking about how like really wealthy people have the knowledge, the skill, the connections to get tax breaks and stuff like that. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
It made me think about like people that are like always complaining about taxes. It's because they didn't have the means to get out of it like some people do.
I complained about taxes.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, have you thought about like a means to get out of it?
Yeah.
Not get out of it, but like
I mean,
tax breaks and stuff like that.
There's so many loopholes. It would take a long time to really figure everything out. Yeah,
can
but
you just find an accountant that's the plug? That's what we all need to find, like an accountant that is like fucking it up.
My accountant's good for right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's doing a good job, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's listening right now.
Yeah, that's what
she just needed a review, really.
There you go.
Cory's accountant, good job. Oh shoot, man. You guys have any other thoughts on should rich people exist, or should billionaires exist? Sorry, not rich people.
Like, bro, like how I see it is like you get paid based on the value you bring to the market. I think that's just as easy as it is.
So it's like if you deserve that money, you're gonna get that money, right?
I mean, like not necessarily deserve, but if you earn, I'd say like if you have like brought value to the market, kind of just actually like reiterate what I just said. But I
So
don't know.
if you bring value to the market, then you deserve money.
Sure.
No, seriously, what do you think?
Sure,
I'm trying to figure this out.
Like, well, like, bro, like, hella rich people solved really important problems.
Yeah, so it's like,
Like, bro,
do
like,
they
what
deserve
kind of
money, or
problem,
did they
like-
earn it?
Well, shit, what's the difference between deserving and earning, per se?
I think it's like they solved that good of a problem, like that awful of a problem, like something that really needed a fix. Like if they've worked their butt off, they've made this product, this service that fixes a problem that everybody had. Hell yeah, they deserve money. Like they deserve everything. Earning is if they create something and everybody likes it so much, then they use it. It's just like, hey, you made something good. People are gonna buy it.
Well, it's
But
kind of the
des-
same
but
thing.
deserving. It's very much the same thing. But I think deserving's more emotional.
Yeah.
It has more of an emotional side to it.
I feel like nobody deserves anything, though, in a way.
Ooh, why not?
I mean, like, I don't know, like, that's kind of selfish to be like, oh, like, I deserve that. Like, bro, like, that's just
Well,
having, like, expectations.
you're
in a
telling
way
me-
of something.
It's just
Ooh.
kind of like how others look at it, though. It's not like you are gonna say like I deserve that. You know, it's like
What do you mean?
I think that with how hard that you work, how many calls you make, how many people you talk to, you deserve to make a deal. I think with how hard you work, how much you care, how much time you put in, you deserve to sell your clothing.
I appreciate that.
Like,
Yeah,
that's-
see, it's
that's
an
like-
outsider
Yeah.
look.
I see what you're
You know
saying.
what I mean? It's
yeah.
like if you say like I deserve it, that's kind of like you know.
Right.
You're kind of like,
right.
you're a dude.
Right. Like, it kind of depends on the
Yeah.
context and, like,
Oh.
who's it coming from the perspective.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
definitely.
saying.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like
Right.
it's an emotional aspect to it of like, man, they've worked their butt off. They deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody that's getting gains in at the gym, they're working really
I see what
hard.
you're saying.
They have like a
Yes.
better body now. They worked hard enough. They deserve that.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough. I agree with that.
That's what I mean. So I feel like they're one and the same, but they're a little different.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that in certain situations, some people that have become billionaires or millionaires may have gotten lucky. Maybe they don't deserve it
Mm-hmm.
because they just happen.
Right.
They
Like
fell-
someone
they fell
like
into this
Kylie
hole.
Jenner, who just kind of walked right into her family and
Yeah.
she had this
Well,
whole
you can't
business
blame
story.
them though.
Like, shit, like, I'm not blaming
They've
them,
been-
but I'm
they've
just
been
saying,
groomed.
like, that's someone who,
I
like,
mean,
like, shit, like, they had a whole
they-
ecosystem of fame that they could just walk into.
It's
Yeah.
the like I said, the birth lottery. I mean,
It
people
is.
are born into riches and some aren't.
Oh,
You know?
okay.
and
no,
they
no, no.
can't control that.
I have a
You know
good
what I mean?
example. The how about that girl? You know that.
Bad baby, is that?
I don't think she deserves the money
Or
that
whatever
she
it
has. Like that girl. I don't think that she's worked hard for her money. Or,
Well, okay, well, then it's like, who the fuck are you to say that, though?
I'm Seth McGrew.
It's just an opinion.
I'm Seth McGrew to say that, alright?
Yeah.
And I don't think
that's
she
just
deserves it by
is
saying,
opinionated.
cash me outside, how about that, to her mom or whoever it was.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think she deserves the money that she had. Or like that.
Do you
little-
know?
like, bro, okay.
Like you don't know her though.
Not at all.
So,
but from an
it's-
outside perspective,
yeah.
I don't think she deserves it.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Shit, like, here's the thing about that, right? Bro, people get lucky. Like, Charlie D'Amelio, like, bro, like, she got lucky on TikTok. She
Like
had a
popping
moment.
off right away.
She had a moment. She capitalized on the attention, and,
Uh-huh.
like, it's working for her. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like, people can get lucky and have that moment. Shit, but, like, you can either fall off or you keep going. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, like, bro, like, she turned it into, like a music career, didn't she? Bad Baby, didn't she start making music and
Yeah.
stuff?
I
And,
don't
like, she
know.
has a social media following now. I mean,
Yeah, she did.
She ran with it a little bit, you know. So even if she's not mega relevant right now, she took that and built something out of it. So I mean, like, you can have your moment, like shit, like, but
it's like what you do with that moment,
right?
And it also is like opinions on the moment, like, because like
I don't think that moment is
exactly, and I don't either. But like she
had a moment. She was on what,
and she did the right thing because I mean she obviously
makes music and is still somewhat relevant. I mean, like she's relevant.
We're talking about her right now.
Exactly. Like she's relevant enough to be talked about. Has a social media following. She probably has millions of followers on TikTok. Maybe hundreds of thousands. I don't know, but she has a following. So
yeah,
I agree. That was good.
That was
interesting to think about.
That was a good
role. I don't know. I had never thought about that before. Like, are some people deserving? But in all honesty, I feel like, what's her name? Bad Baby?
I think.
Bad girl.
Shorty's a little man.
Alright, whoever she is. Maybe she is deserving because she took her moment, she capitalized on it, she created a following. I bet she has good money.
Who's someone that fell off? Can we think of someone who had a moment and just fell off? Like,
oh, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I can't because they fell off.
Yeah,
so, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you. My bad.
You're good.
Alright, any other thoughts about should billionaires exist?
I think I'm
proud
good.
of what I said.
Alright. We'll wrap it up. Today, folks, we talked about should billionaires exist? Does anybody deserve that amount of money? We spoke a little bit on our aspects and thoughts of do people deserve that amount of money, and touched on Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk not really being worth what the internet or what the news says that they are, because in actuality that's what all their assets are worth in comparison to their liabilities, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. Should billionaires exist? Do people deserve that amount of money, or do they have some sort of obligation to give it back to the world or the community that helped build them up? Or are people hardworking? Do they deserve what they've made because they've grinded to get there? Think about it, folks. We'll catch you next time on Triangle Talk. Thanks for tuning in.
Doses.